Paw Patrol, whenever you're in trouble. Paw Patrol, they'll be there on the double. Hey everyone, this is David Starr from Watcher Pass, and today I'm reviewing the Paw Patrol movie. If you have kids, you probably know Paw Patrol. It's six cute dogs that each kind of have a different skill, and they all wear little dog outfits, and they go and solve crime in Adventure Bay, I guess. In the movie, it's Adventure Bay. I'm not sure if in the TV show it's somewhere else, but they essentially are just puppies that solve crime and or that help people. And that's pretty much all you need to know because they're really cute, they're fun, it's kid friendly, so it teaches kids good lessons like teamwork and always trying to do your best and helping people out. And it's a pretty enjoyable, relatively easy to watch kids show. And now they're making a movie. The movie comes out August 20th, 2021. It's coming to theaters and Paramount Plus. So if you can go to theaters, you can take your kids, or if you don't want to go to theaters, you want to stay home, you can stream it on Paramount Plus. I'm going to talk a little bit about the film, three things I liked, three things I didn't like, and then also just talk a little bit about the ending. If you don't want it to be spoiled, if you don't want to know what happened in the Paw Patrol movie, then go check out the review on watcherpass.com. I don't get into spoilers there, and then you can come back after you see the movie on August 20th, and you come back and see the movie. You can come back and watch the review after you see the movie. But if you don't care, if you just want to kind of find out what's new and what's interesting about the movie, then you can keep going. So in the Paw Patrol movie, you have your six major Paw Patrol characters: Chase, Rubble, Sky, Zuma, Rocky, and Marshall. All your favorites from the TV show. They're now in the movie, and in the film they are moving from Adventure Bay, which is a nice, quiet, laid-back town where they help everyone out and everyone knows who they are, to Adventure City, which is a bigger, it's the big city, so there's a lot more going on. There's a lot more noise, a lot more height, a lot more trouble, and the Paw Patrol pups are gonna go there and help out along with their friend, owner, master, boss, Ryder. And so they move to the city, and instantly when they get to the city, they find out that their old foe Humdinger is now the mayor of Adventure City. And so he, as you imagine, if he's their foe, doesn't like dogs, he's more of a cat person, he's also a little ridiculous. And so the film is a lot about him having silly thoughts, although they're not necessarily directed at the Paw Patrol people. Some of them are directed at dogs, but he's not like trying to get them, but he has these ridiculous ideas, and then the Paw Patrol folks come and clean it up. So that's the gist of the movie. It's a lot about them kind of dealing with the city, dealing with the changed circumstances, doing their normal Paw Patrol rescue activities, and then also trying to stop Mayor Humdinger's just weird, crazy stunts. So things I liked about the film. The first is the puppies. I mean, what's not to like about animated puppies? The film has the six main puppies. They're all very cute. They all have their cute little dog outfits for their various skills, and their hats, and their awesome dog cars that have paw controllers to run the car. But you also get a couple new ones, although the main new dog is Liberty. She is a dog that lives in Adventure City, and she kind of helps them get the ropes. She's kind of a street smart pup, and so she helps them deal with traffic, deal with finding some information. She's kind of their local contact, if you want to think of it that way. And so, but it's got animated puppies, and they're cute and they're fun, and what else? What wouldn't you like about that? The next thing related is the animation. The animation is very good. I mean, it has the same style as the Paw Patrol TV show, so it's not the most complicated, but they do smart little touches to update it for the movie. The fur looks much more realistic, or at least looks much more furry. The hair is has more hair follicles, I guess. The hair just looks better, it looks higher res. It looks like they rendered more hair rather than have like a simple shape for it. And the film also has some really cool effects, especially in the last half where they deal with a big kind of disaster that they have to help people with, and that has some really cool effects, some really well done animation. But overall the animation is very good. I mean, especially the move to Adventure City. You've got the big city, you've got lights, you've got sound, you've got the cool Paw Patrol headquarters that they move into, and then also if you know Paw Patrol, they have really elaborate vehicles that they drive in that each kind of represents their different skill set, and they like transform to let the various devices be utilized, and the transformations are pretty interesting and pretty imaginative as well. So overall, it's an animated film, and thankfully the animation is very good. And the last thing I really liked is the kids lessons. I mean, it's a kids movie, so you'd expect there to be kids lessons, but this has some pretty good ones. It's got teamwork, because they're a team and they have to work together and each take different tasks when they're helping people. It's got failure, because one of them, you'll find out in the endings discussion, starts to have a confidence issue, and so that Paw Patrol puppy has to start learning how to become more confident in itself. And then it also has lessons like helping people and trying to make your world a better place, which are all good things for kids to have. And also, I'll go with the fourth thing. There's a bunch of cameos in the movie that are fun. Just like some voice talent. They're not really called out in the movie, but it's kind of fun to hear them. You've got Randall Park, Shepard, Tyler Perry, Jimmy Kimmel, and Kim Kardashian West are kind of the main I don't know, draws of the voice actors. And so it's fun to hear some familiar voices in this kids movie. Things I didn't really like. The first thing is the film felt like almost 3 Paw Patrol episodes kind of stuck together. I mean, there's essentially 3 different crises that the Paw Patrol pups have to deal with, and it really felt like okay, oh no, this thing happened, let's go help them. All right, come back. Oh no, this thing happened, let's go help them. Come back. I mean, and I really wish in a movie maybe there was a longer through line. Now there is a little bit of a through line in these instances in that they're all from Mayor Humdinger, but it would have been nice if maybe they were dealing with a bigger problem overall rather than 3 discrete things. You've got the time for a movie. It's not a very long movie. It's 76 minutes, so you might as well make it one very involved plot rather than essentially just reuse what's in the show and put it into a longer format. The second thing I didn't love is the scenarios weren't varied enough. I felt like the scenarios, they all took place essentially in the city, and it didn't really give all the Paw Patrol characters time to shine. Now, the last scenario, there was more happening. Each Paw Patrol pup got to use their skills, but it would have been nice. You've got the movie format. You might as well use them all. I feel like Zuma didn't really get used much at all in the city, at least, mostly because it was kind of a landlocked city, and so there's not really much for a scuba dog to do. But you'd think that they would have planned it that way so that Zuma would have something to do. Things like that. It would have been nice to have some bigger variety in what happened, and also utilize all the dogs and all their special skills, because that's kind of the benefit of a big movie and having the larger format and the longer production. You can really kind of plan out these things, and it would have been nice if they would have planned them all to be utilized. And the last thing that I didn't love is the writing. The writing just it didn't really catch me. It felt pretty simplistic. Now I guess it's a kids movie, so that's kind of to be expected, but I felt like some of the writing could have been tightened up, and some of the lines just felt a little either predictable or simple. And I know it's a kids movie, but I'm watching as well. I really like kids movies that are able to appeal to kids and adults, and I felt like this film was a movie that is pretty much appealing to kids. I don't know if adults are going to get much out of it. So that being said, let's go into the ending. So if you don't want to know what happens in the movie, stop watching now, but let's go into the ending. So, as I mentioned, the movie is a lot about Mayor Humdinger and the Paw Patrol pups trying to stop him. And what happens is Mayor Humdinger wants Adventure City to be a sunny, bright place. And the big catalyst for this is he's going to have this big ceremony with fireworks, but it's going to rain. And so he doesn't want that to happen. So he recruits the scientists to use a cloud device that they had this machine that would suck in clouds so they could then study it. And he tells them to use that device to suck in all the weather. And of course, the scientists all say, no, that's not what it's used for. And he says, I don't care. Like, I don't want to hear the science. I just want it to happen. Sound familiar? Maybe something that we've all dealt with for a little bit. But in any event, he uses the cloud device to suck in all the clouds and make everything bright and sunny, which works great for a little bit until the cloud machine fills up, and then it starts to malfunction. And then what happens is 20 days of bad weather all manifested in this machine start to spill out, and so that causes a massive storm. But don't worry, the Paw Patrol people are there. And it was kind of weird because they could see the storm from their Paw Patrol palace, but they had to get a call from the weather scientists to say, we need your help. Like they could literally see the storm and see how bad it was. And they're like, I guess we'll just watch this until someone calls us. And then they got the call and they're like, okay, now it's time for us to go. I wish they would have been a little more proactive, but I guess they need to get the call. So they suit up, and here it's revealed that what happened when they first got there is Liberty was the street smart dog that helped them out. She was like a fan of the Paw Patrol, and so she made herself an unofficial member and helped them out. She helped them navigate the city. She helped with crowd control for some of their early challenges, and so she's been really wanting to be part of the team. And she's up there in the tower helping out. And Ryder, they all go. And they're like, Chase, Rubble, Rocky, Marshall, and they all go down the ramp and get out there. And then she's standing there, just watching them. And then Ryder goes up and says, if you want to be part of this team, you really need a good ride. And then up pops this like souped up Vespa type car, or the souped up Vespa bike. And it says Liberty ready to launch. And she gets really excited. She puts on her Liberty outfit that she just gets, and she's now part of the team. And her power appears to be speed and maybe city smarts. Her collar has like a skyscraper on it, and her Vespa is very fast. So we'll go with her skill is being able to navigate in a city very quickly, which is a very important skill if you're in the big city. So they all, now the 7 Paw Patrol pups and Ryder all make it out to the skyscraper. And they start helping people, and Zuma finally is able to get something to do because a car falls into a river. And so Zuma uses his sub powers to go in and save them. So yay, Zuma has something to do now. But the big issue is that the storm is centered around Mayor Humdinger's office, which is on this giant skyscraper. And so, as you would imagine, a large building with lots of winds and storms, not the best place to be. So Ryder goes up to the top of the tower to try to help Mayor Humdinger, and Ryder uses his Ryder skills to get Mayor Humdinger down. But on the way down, when he's trying to also get out of the building, it falls over, or at least the tower that he's in falls over, and he's in trouble. But don't worry, Chase is on the case, and he goes up to try to help. And so he gets up to where the tower had fallen over, and it kind of split. So there's this big gap, and so Chase has to navigate this. Now, what you find out earlier is Chase is from Adventure City, and so he was there when he was a kid. He's still afraid of it. It was a little too big, a little too bright, and a little too loud for him when he was a baby, and so it's kind of left a residual fear in him. So he starts messing up as soon as he gets to Adventure City. So he's getting ready to cross the gap. He uses his Chase grappling hook, shoots it across, and the wind takes the grappling hook off, and he has to actually depack, which not the smartest thing to do when you're trying to rescue someone, but I guess he had that quickly. So now it's just Chase. And so he is afraid and he's scared, but he remembers Ryder needs him, and Ryder trusts in his bravery. So Chase takes a running start and jumps a very long distance. I would not recommend doing this if you're not a super dog, because I don't think anyone else would make it. But Chase makes it. Chase gets across. He helps Ryder out. Ryder's stuck under some rubble, and Chase helps to move the rubble, and they all get out. And during all of this, Sky, as you would imagine, the one that can fly, is up in the air trying to stop the cloud machine from shooting out any more clouds and making the weather any worse. So she tries to get close, but it's too dangerous. So she eventually kamikazes her ship into the cloud machine. She ejects in time. Her ship runs in the cloud machine, blows up, and all the clouds go away. Which, again, I don't really know if that's how it would work. If you have this machine that has all the weather compressed into a small area, and then you suddenly blow it up, I imagine that it would just release this giant storm, because before that it was just trickling out. But now that you've blown it up, I feel like it would be a giant storm. And maybe that could have been something interesting. Maybe they could have then had to figure out what to do to stop this new storm and use their special powers. But I guess they didn't have the time, although they did, because it's only 76 minutes long. So you could have easily had another 10 or 15 minutes of Paw Patrol fun. But so once the machine blows up, the storm goes away and everything's fine, I guess. So everyone's safe. Chase is over his fear. Humdinger is arrested for causing all the crazy maliciousness that he'd had. He had some other crazy things before. So Chase, the cop, arrests him. And so it now kicks to a ceremony where the Paw Patrol pups are being recognized by, I guess, the new mayor. They don't really say who he is, but they're all getting recognized and they're getting a key to the city. And so they get the key, and then Ryder goes up and he introduces Liberty as the newest Paw Patrol member. So Liberty is, I guess, officially part of the team. I assume that she's going to be now a normal member of the team in the TV show. I'm not sure, but hey, I'm sure that they'll have all sorts of dolls and toys and merchandise and things like that for you to buy for Liberty, the newest Paw Patrol member. And actually, there's a really funny line in there when they get to their new headquarters. And it's this giant tower in the middle of the city, and one of them, I think it might have been Marshall, says like, "How can we afford this?" And Ryder's like, "Officially licensed Paw Patrol merchandise," and he pulls out like a shirt, probably a shirt that you probably have because you probably buy it for your kids. He said, people can't stop buying this stuff. And I thought that was kind of funny, but also kind of painful, and a little weird to have that in the actual show, in the actual movie, but it was also pretty funny. So I'm sure there will be new Paw Patrol merchandise that you can all buy and help support them now that they're in Adventure City. And that's the Paw Patrol movie. All in all, it's pretty short. It feels like a Paw Patrol TV show, except with 3 episodes bolted on together. I don't think I would see this in theaters, mostly because it's pretty short, and it also just feels like what you can watch at home. But if you have Paramount Plus, I would definitely check it out at home. I mean, your kids will probably love it. I don't know if the adults will love it. I mean, I enjoyed aspects of it. I didn't really love it, but all the kids at the screening seem to like it. So I imagine kids will love it. And there you go. That's the Paw Patrol movie. It's coming out August 20th, 2021. So you can see it in theaters if you really want to, or if you're not comfortable, if you'd rather stay at home, you can watch it on Paramount Plus. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this review, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot and make sure all my new content goes straight to you. Thank you.